Hello dear children, welcome to the class. Now in today's class, we'll be discussing the expenditure method of calculating national income. By this method, we'll be arriving at GDP at MP and then we'll be converting GDP at MP in national income, that is NNP at FC. Now let us learn the steps to be followed for calculating national income by expenditure method. Now, expenditure method for calculating national income. Factor income earned by factors of production. See, factor income is in the form of wages, interest, rent, and profits. They are earned by our factors of production, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. It is spent in the form of expenditure on purchase of goods and services produced by firm. तो अल्टीमेटली फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन जब उनके हाथ में फैक्टर इनकम आती है बेटा तो उसको स्पेंड कर देते हैं. स्पेंड किस पे करते हैं? इन परचेजिंग द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज व्हिच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द firms. So this method measures national income as sum total of final expenditure incurred by households, business firm, government and foreigners. So this total final expenditure is equal to your gross domestic product at market price, that is final expenditure, and we are going to get GDP at MP, and finally that GDP at MP is converted into NNP at FC to be shown as a national income. Now, the various components of final expenditure are private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, gross domestic capital formation. ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन का मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा? ग्रॉस का मतलब है कि डेप्रिसिएशन हैज नॉट बीन सब्ट्रैक्टेड एंड कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन मींस योर इन्वेस्टमेंट, एंड ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन इज द सम टोटल ऑफ gross fixed capital formation and inventory investment. We'll be discussing these two items also later in the slides. And the fourth component of final expenditure is net exports, which is exports minus imports. Now let us discuss each one of these components one by one. First is private final consumption expenditure. Now this private final consumption expenditure refers to the expenditure incurred by household and private non-profit institutions serving household on all types of consumer goods, that is durable except houses, semi-durable and non-durable goods and services. So private final consumption expenditure is equal to your household final consumption expenditure, जो कि household का final consumption expenditure है on durables, semi-durables and non-durables, plus private non-profit institutions serving household final consumption expenditure. Fine. And this private final consumption expenditure it is incurred by normal residents whether in the domestic territory or abroad. बेटे जब हमने प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर को देखना है तो हमने ये देखना है कि दिस एक्सपेंडिचर इज बीइंग अर्न्ड बाय नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट्स, चाहे वो एक्सपेंडिचर डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी में इनकर हुआ हो या अब्रॉड. सो एनी एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर्ड बाय रेजिडेंट्स ड्यूरिंग देयर फॉरेन टूर एंड ट्रेवल will be added in private final consumption expenditure. However, any expenditure incurred by non-resident and foreign visitors in the domestic market will be deducted from the private final consumption expenditure. I hope that the discussion on private final consumption expenditure is clear to everyone. दोबारा repeat कर देती हूँ last point. बेटा प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर हमने जब देखना है कि हमने नेशनल इनकम कैलकुलेट करते समय कौन सा प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर बाय हाउस होल्ड और प्राइवेट नॉट प्रॉफिट इंस्टीट्यूशन सर्विंग हाउस होल्ड का इंक्लूड करना है, तो उसको कैलकुलेट करते समय हम ये देखेंगे दैट दोज एक्सपेंडिचर्स आर बीइंग इनकर्ड बाय normal resident, whether that normal resident is there in the domestic territory of our country or he is there in abroad. Fine. So any expenditure incurred by resident during their foreign tour and travel will be added, क्योंकि नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट तो हमारी कंट्री का ही है, और अगर उसने कोई एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर किया है, अगर वो अपने फॉरेन ट्रिप पे किया गया है, तो दैट एक्सपेंडिचर इज टू बी कंसिडर्ड while calculating private final consumption expenditure. लेकिन अगर कोई एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर किया है किसी नॉन रेजिडेंट ने या फॉरेन विजिटर ने हमारी डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी के अंदर, तो हम उस एक्सपेंडिचर को प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर में इंक्लूड नहीं करते हैं. I hope that this component private final consumption expenditure is clear to everyone now. Now, very important note, the expenditure incurred on purchase or construction of owner occupied house is treated as capital formation. Capital formation अभी आपको बताया, investment को हम capital formation कहते हैं. Included under gross residential construction investment. Fine. यानी कि अगर कोई expenditure incur हुआ है किसके ऊपर, on purchase or construction of owner occupied house, तो उसको हम इन्वेस्टमेंट के अंदर ट्रीट करते हैं. और कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन जो कि एंड दिस पोर्शन इज इंक्लूडेड अंडर ग्रॉस रेजिडेंशियल कंस्ट्रक्शन इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड नॉट एज ड्यूरेबल कंजम्पशन. फाइन. तो जो घर की कंस्ट्रक्शन होती है उसको हम इन्वेस्टमेंट का पार्ट मानते हैं, उसको हम ड्यूरेबल कंजम्पशन का, प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन का पार्ट नहीं मानते हैं. Other costly consumer durables like cars, air conditioners, washing machines, etc. are included under private final consumption expenditure. See, the bottom line is कि जो residential houses होते हैं बेटा, वो भी जो हाउस होल्ड होते हैं, they are using them, they are consuming them. तो जो हाउसेस हैं, परचेज और कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ ओनर ऑक्यूपाइड हाउसेस, ये हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट का पार्ट होते हैं. दे आर नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर, वेयर एज अदर ड्यूरेबल्स लाइक कार्स, एयर कंडीशनर्स, वॉशिंग मशीन एटसेट्रा, दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर. Second component is your government final consumption expenditure. It refers to government expenditure by general government on various administrative services. किसके ऊपर खर्चा हो रहा है गवर्नमेंट का? On various administrative services like defense personnel को जो सैलरी जा रही है, फॉर मेंटेनिंग लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, आईपीएस ऑफिसर्स को जो सैलरी जा रही है, एजुकेशन, गवर्नमेंट जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल के टीचर्स को सैलरीज दे रही है. So they all are going to be a part of government final consumption expenditure. Government produces goods and services with the aim of social welfare without any intention of earning profits. Now, estimation of government final consumption expenditure. Government final consumption expenditure is equal to the cost of goods and services produced by government for collective use by the public. These services are valued at their cost to the government as they are not normally sold to the public. It means आपका जो gross final consumption expenditure है वो कैसे calculate होगा? Intermediate consumption of government plus COE paid by the government plus direct purchases from abroad for embassies and consulates located abroad minus sale of goods and services produced by general government. Now let's devote few seconds on discussing the last point. बेटा गवर्नमेंट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर में क्या क्या चीजें इंक्लूड हो गई? इंटरमीडिएट कंजम्पशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. इंटरमीडिएट कंजम्पशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट का मतलब क्या हुआ? जैसे हमारे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज हैं, उनको मेंटेन करने के लिए जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल हम पे कर रहे हैं, या स्टेशनरी एक्सपेंसेस इनकर कर रहे हैं, और एनी अदर इंटरमीडिएट कंजम्पशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट फॉर रनिंग द गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज and departments, that is going to be a part of your government final consumption expenditure on intermediate consumption. COA is your compensation of employees paid by the government. Compensation of employees paid by the government का मतलब salary to the government employees, all government employees, whether it's a government school teacher or an IS officer, IPS officer, or a soldier, all the salary paid by the government to the government employees. Then direct purchases from abroad for embassies and consulates located abroad, embassies के सारे expenses, and from these total expenses, we are going to subtract the sale of goods and services produced by general government, because sale of goods and services produced by general government is going to generate revenue. So that is going to be subtracted to calculate government final consumption expenditure. The next component of our expenditure is gross domestic capital formation or gross investment. It refers to the addition to capital stock of the economy. It represents the expenditure incurred on acquiring goods for investment by the production units located within the domestic territory. और इसके दो components हैं, two subparts. First is gross fixed capital formation. Gross fixed capital formation is the expenditure incurred on purchase of fixed assets. है ना, कोई हमने machinery purchase करी, so the expenditure incurred on purchase of fixed asset is going to be your gross fixed capital formation. Fine. And the second component of your gross investment is inventory investment, which is nothing but change in stock, and it refers to the physical change in the stock of raw material, your semi-finished goods, your finished goods, they are lying with the producer. So it is included as an investment item because it represents the goods produced but not used for current consumption. तो ये हमारी investment ही हो गई. It is going to be used in the next year. So it is calculated as the difference between closing stock and the opening stock of the year. So the inventory investment will be change in stock, which is closing stock minus opening stock. तो बेटा जो आपका ग्रॉस इन्वेस्टमेंट का फर्स्ट कंपोनेंट था, दैट इज ग्रॉस फिक्स कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन, इसके आगे 3 सब कैटेगरीज हैं. पहला ग्रॉस बिजनेस फिक्स्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट, और ग्रॉस बिजनेस फिक्स्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या होगी? परचेज ऑफ न्यू प्लांट, मशीनरी, इक्विपमेंट्स. ग्रॉस रेजिडेंशियल कंस्ट्रक्शन इन्वेस्टमेंट, अभी हमने जब हम प्राइवेट फाइनल कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर की बात कर रहे थे तो हमने कहा था कि जो household expense incur करते हैं on the construction of residential houses, they are going to be a part of gross fixed capital formation, investment का part होंगे. So this is the second component of gross fixed capital formation, gross residential construction investment. This is an expenditure on purchase or construction of new houses by the household. और जो थर्ड लास्ट कंपोनेंट है ग्रॉस फिक्स्ड कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन का, दैट इज ग्रॉस पब्लिक इन्वेस्टमेंट. It includes expenditure on construction of infrastructure like flyovers, roads, bridges, dams by the government. So gross domestic capital formation, it is gross fixed capital formation plus inventory investment, and inventory investment is nothing but change in stock, that is closing stock minus opening stock. और अगर हम ग्रॉस फिक्स कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन को इलैबोरेट करते हैं, इसके 3 सब कंपोनेंट्स को इलैबोरेट करके लिखें, तो हमारा ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन विल बी ग्रॉस बिजनेस फिक्स्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लस ग्रॉस रेजिडेंशियल कंस्ट्रक्शन इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लस ग्रॉस पब्लिक इन्वेस्टमेंट, and to this we are going to add inventory investment and we'll get gross domestic capital formation. So this is the flow chart. You can see gross fixed capital formation plus inventory investment, that is change in stock, is going to give us gross domestic capital formation. And gross fixed capital formation is the sum total of gross business fixed investment, gross residential construction investment, and gross public investment. Public investment in your building up the infrastructure. And inventory investment is change in stock, which is closing stock minus opening stock. Now, some important points about GDFC. An increase in the stock of consumer goods with household is excluded from inventory investment, as it is assumed that such goods are consumed the moment they are purchased. Fine. Second important point, purchase of shares and debentures, either old or new, is not included in gross domestic capital formation. Reason being, बेटा shares और debentures जब originally purchase होते हैं, तब तो वो amount invest होती है कंपनी में invest होती है as a investment for buying plant and machinery. लेकिन जब shares और debentures secondary market में दोबारा से trade होते हैं, तो वो अमाउंट जो शेयर्स और डिवेंचर्स की सेल और परचेज से जनरेट हो रही है, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग इनटू द हैंड्स ऑफ द company. So there is no addition to the flow of goods and services. Therefore, purchase of shares and debentures are not included while calculating GDCF. Similarly, purchase of second hand goods, they are also not included in GDCF because ये जब goods originally produce हुए थे, तो उस year में इनकी हमने परचेज को एज एन एक्सपेंडिचर रिकॉर्ड कर लिया था. सेकेंड हैंड गुड्स को हम जीडीसीएफ में कैलकुलेट करते समय रिकॉर्ड नहीं करते. I hope that these points are clear to everyone. So let's come to the last component of our expenditure method, that is your net exports. Net exports refers to the difference between exports and imports. So exports minus import are net exports of a country during a period of 1 year. Exports, we know, it refers to the expenditure by foreigners on purchase of domestic product. The exported goods have been produced within the country's domestic territory, so they are included in output of the economy. So they are included in output of the economy. Imports is the expenditure by residents of foreign products, by our residents on foreign products. मतलब import मतलब वो खर्चा जो हमारे country के residents foreign product पे करते हैं, and these imports are deducted to obtain domestic product as they are not produced within the domestic territory. And finally, instead of treating exports and imports separately, the difference between the two is taken and it is termed as net exports. So now let's go through the steps of calculating national income by this expenditure method. We are going to first add private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, and gross domestic capital formation with net exports, and we'll get GDP at MP, that is gross domestic product at market price. Now from this we are going to subtract depreciation. जब हम depreciation subtract करेंगे बेटा GDP at MP से, तो हमारे पास आ जाएगा NDP at MP. NDP at MP और NDP at MP में से जब हम net indirect taxes subtract करेंगे तो हमारे पास आ जाएगा NDP at FC, है ना. मार्केट प्राइस से अगर हम नेट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस को सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं तो वी आर गोइंग टू गेट NDP at FC, एंड NDP at FC इज डोमेस्टिक इनकम, और उसके अंदर जब हम NFI ऐड कर देंगे तो वी आर गोइंग टू गेट नेशनल इनकम, दैट इज NNP at FC. I hope that these steps for calculating national income by expenditure method is clear to everyone. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.